Let's now work with a sound that is challenging for almost all non-native speakers. In fact, I would say this vowel sound is probably the most challenging one if you don't count the R sounds. Obviously, R-flavored vowels are challenging. This sound does not have an R, but it's still hard to make. It's the American ah sound. Now, again, you'll remember we had talked about moving the mouth, and we'll be reviewing the mouth stretches shortly. If this sound is hard for you to make because your mouth is not open enough, and you can tell by looking in the mirror to see if your mouth is open enough, ah. If it feels uncomfortable to you, you may need to do some stretches with the mouth to get the mouth to open more, and we'll talk about those shortly. However, even if your mouth will open, you might be substituting a different sound. So let's revisit page 5, which has the picture of the mouth. Now remember, we talked about the vertical and the horizontal. The ah sound is way down low vertically, down low, so we have to open, but notice it's still in the front of the mouth, not the middle. Now most people, when making this ah sound, as in the word fast, like I drive fast, notice it's not fast, it's fast. Most non-native speakers say fast. And that's not a bad thing. It makes you sound British, or perhaps like you're from China, India, Canada, or even Australia, because that ah sound is much more common than the American ah. However, this program is all about the American form of English, so we're going to work on the ah sound. If you don't care about speaking with that specific sound, feel free to continue with the ah sound. However, it is not characteristic of American speakers. So let's work a bit on this ah sound just for fun. Turning to page 4, notice that it says mid, which means mid-length. It's not long and it's not short, it's somewhere in between like this. Cat. Continue. Rather. Now on rather, we're back to that pesky TH sound. So much fun for so many first languages speakers. Pause. So much fun for so many first language. Pause. So much fun for so many non-native speakers, such as Romanians, Indian speakers, actually almost any other language in the world, but certainly those are two examples of clients who have told me this sound is just not easy to make. Now the th sound in particular has a buzz. There are two TH sounds. There's the voiceless one, like thanks or thoughtful, and there's the one with the buzz, the th sound, particularly challenging in the middle of a word, and unfortunately here you have it in the middle of the word, rather. So you have to give yourself a lot of time to make this sound. If you say rather, you're likely to mispronounce it. So you want to give yourself a lot of time, more voice time, and more airflow. Rather, feeling the air, rather. These take time and practice. Don't expect to say it perfectly the first time. What you're looking for is improvement. Maybe 5 or 10% improvement, then 20 or 30%. This doesn't happen immediately. Rather. Continuing with the ah sound on page 4. Blast. Get that T at the end. Blast. Not blast. Controlling with the lip, the jaw. Blast. Ah. Make sure you're opening in the front. Blast. Continuing. Faster. Faster. Ah. Drastic. Make sure you're not saying drastic. Dra. Ah. The vowel gets all the length. The tongue rolls back or curls back for the R, and it does not touch the top of the mouth. Drastic. Continuing. Bath. Bath. Notice the TH. Plastic. Ask. Gather. Once again, you have the TH. The voiced one, just like rather, gather. Rather gather. That's the makings of a tongue twister. Lots of air. Gather. Gather. Lots of airflow. Sand. Tap. Batter. Now notice on batter, the two T's make a soft D. Batter, not batter, but batter. Is it wrong to say batter? It's not so much that it's incorrect and people won't understand the word, but it does not sound characteristically American. So if your goal is to have an American accent, you want a soft D, which means the tongue flaps behind the teeth. Batter. You may have to practice these many times to get them right. Now we're going to contrast the ah with the long ah. Now the long ah sound, back to page 5, is made where? Well, low in the mouth and also in the center. Ah. Notice ah was in the front, but ah is in the middle. Let's contrast the two. Ah, ah. Cat, ah, like not. Not a cat. Not a cat. Not a cat. Ah, 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 ah. The ah sound uses the jaw. Make sure you're opening in the jaw. Ah. Make sure also that the sound is always long, like this. Ah. It shouldn't be ah. 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 Ah is longer than ah. So now let's turn to page 4 and let's practice making the ah sound. Not. Again, drop the jaw, really long sound. Not. Continuing, pot. Next word has 2 syllables. Otter. Otter. Locker. Volley. Notice the V teeth on the lower lip. Volley. Continuing, project. Notice it's not project or even project, but project. Ah. This ah sound, by the way, is similar to what Americans make at the doctor's office. So the doctor may say, please open your mouth, and say ah. Same sound. Project. So you can call it the doctor's office sound to help you remember. Dollar. Policy. Block. Rocket. Concept. Now often clients ask me, are we exaggerating? It's not really concept. But you see, actually it is. Because if you breathe and exhale, concept, notice how much longer that is. It doesn't sound so long and exaggerated because we're breathing. The first step is to elongate, then breathe, and then say it naturally. So you definitely want to exaggerate when you practice these. Concept, not concept. Concept. And now let's put the two together. Remember minimal pairs over on page 7, but now we have a different lip movement. Notice that we have the ah and the ah. The ah is more stretched and the ah is more open. Ah, ah. Let's start with cat and cot. First sentence, I can't find the cat. Now notice can't, not cannot, but can't. And notice too it has the same vowel, ah, and it's very short and fast. Can't, can't. I can't find the cat. Now are we jumping or gliding? Remember the jump and the glide? What about cat? Well, cat's the last content word and it has 1 syllable, so it's a glide. I can't find the cat. Nice and long. I can't find the cat. Now changing to cot, I can't find the cot. Same thing, cot. I can't find the cot. There you go, it's a glide. And then together, the cat is asleep on the cot. Excellent, good length, good breathing. Now try backs and box. Really open the mouth. They had their backs turned to us. Now notice turned is your last content word. To and us are pronouns, a preposition and a pronoun, function words. So to and us don't get the length, turned does. They had their backs turned to us. That's what we call a jump, turned to us. Remember, I enjoyed the party and I told you you can jump up like party. Same thing here. We can do it with turned. They had their backs turned to us. We jump up in pitch and we also hold the sound longer. Try the next one. They had their box returned to us. Now box is a content word and so is returned. Returned is the last one, so it's the one that's longer and higher in pitch. They had their box returned to us. Breathing. They had their box returned to us. And lastly, He puts it on the backs of all the boxes. Notice boxes has 2 syllables, so we jump. Boxes. And also note puts it. The S of puts and the it are linked together. Puts it. When you have a pronoun that starts with a vowel and you have a word that ends in an S sound, it's often linked, an S or a Z. In this case, he puts it. He puts it on the backs of all the boxes. Now breathing. He puts it on the backs of all the boxes. Let's move on to sack and sock. Really open the mouth. I put the sack in your car. I put the sock in your car. I put the sack of socks in your car. Sack, sock. I put the sack of socks in your car. Are we jumping or gliding on car? Car. Yes, it's a glide. Continuing, bland. Why is that so long? Lots of N. Bland, lots of D. D. 2 consonants, both voiced. Bland, blonde. The food is very bland. Jump or glide? Bland, glide. The food is very bland. Don't forget to breathe. The food was served by a blonde. Jump or glide? Blonde, glide. The food was served by a blonde. The blonde waitress serves bland food. Now, why are blonde and bland not the longest? Because of waitress and food. We have an adjective, but we also have nouns. The nouns are the last here, so they're longer. The blonde waitress serves bland food. Blonde waitress, bland food. The blonde waitress serves bland food. Jumping or gliding? Food, gliding. The blonde waitress serves bland food. And lastly, packet, pocket. Notice pack and pock are longer than ut. So we don't want pocket, we want pocket. Packet, pocket. I left it in your packet. Left it. Notice left ends in a T. It starts with an I. It's actually a soft D linking the 2. Left it. You don't want to say I left it and break. You want to link the 2 with a soft D, tongue behind the teeth, briefly. Left it, just flapping. I left it in your packet. I left it in your pocket. Breathing now. Bruce put the packet in his pocket. Is that a jump or a glide? Pocket. That's a jump. Bruce, watch the R, not Bruce. Bruce. Ooh. Loose jaw. We haven't done the ooh yet, but this is a preliminary. Ooh, we'll start working on that U. Bruce. Bruce put the packet in his pocket. Now airflow. Bruce put the packet in his pocket. Good job. You guys have done a lot of hard work. Reward yourself, record yourself, make sure you're saying it correctly, practice again, and then take a break. Don't overdo it. Let's now work with the schwa sound, the stomach punch or sound. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's a great way to remember it. Stomach punch. The reason this is a little tricky, couple of reasons, it's made in the middle of the mouth. So that's why it's kind of hard to know where visualizing is the middle of the mouth, just a stomach punch. This sound is particularly important for Russian and Bosnian first language speakers. Make sure you're not saying lock, but luck. Luck is different than lock. Lock the door, but I'm lucky today. Lucky lock. Lucky lock. Lock is the long ah. Luck is the schwa. Let's practice the schwa on page 4. It's that upside down E. Now in some dictionaries you'll see other symbols, so do familiarize yourself with the symbols for schwa. It's a popular sound with many different symbols. Let's start with above. 2 schwas, one short, one in the long syllable. Remember, we can have short vowels in long syllables. Very tricky. Above. Same sound. Above. Above. V. Teeth, lower lip. Above. Continuing. Luck. Fun. Notice luck is shorter than fun. Do you remember why? Luck, voiceless at the end, fun, voiced at the end. Mother, there's that lovely TH. Mother, first syllable long, mother. Excellent, good job. Continuing, some, lips together, Make sure for some Chinese speakers this will sound like sun instead of some. Make sure the lips are touching. Some. Love. Watch the V. Love. Stuck. Buddy. 2 syllables. Buddy. Make sure it's not body for Russian and Bosnian speakers. Not body. Buddy. Continuing. Money. Not money or money. Spanish speakers, watch that O. It's not an O. Money. Glove. Glove. Puddle. First syllable long. Puddle. And lastly, sun. The N, tongue behind the teeth. Sun. Just like S-U-N. Sun, sun. Pronounced identically the same. Called homonyms, which basically means that they sound alike, even though they're spelled differently. So now let's turn to page 8 and we will look at, again, the schwa sound. Lots of examples. This sound is extremely popular in American English. We also use it for reduction, which means we take longer words and shorten them with the schwa. Let's practice starting in the middle of the page there with the word luck. Stomach punch, luck. By and large. Now by and, the N is the word and. We shorten it or reduce it. By and large. Really pull in the stomach. This is a good stomach workout. Side benefit. By and large. These are broken. Now watch that th in these. These are broken. Make sure you're not saying these are broken. Th, th. These are broken. Pound apples. Not pound of, just pound. And you can do this with any quantity, like cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of milk, box of crackers, or pound apples. Cut them off. Not cut them off. You can drop the TH. Yay! Those of you that don't like the TH sound, cut them off. You have a free ride here. One. Now W-O-N and O-N-E are pronounced the same. 1, 2, 3, and I won the game. One. If you want to hear them together, try to say I won one, meaning I won just one of something. I won one. 2 N's. Won one.